This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Oh, you didn't know? Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm the Big Tyme. This is episode 94 of the Big Tyme Rants right here on the value of wrestling. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. Come check out what is going on. We got some stuff to talk about, some news to go over, some different things to just throw out there. And of course, we're going to talk about the big news coming out of Backlash. At the press conference, Triple H was asked the question. Drew Gulak or Triple H was asked about Drew Gulak. The person asking the question referred to PW Insider and Fightful's report on the fact that Drew Gulak had been released from the company, and if that release had anything to do with the allegations brought down by Ronda Rousey against Drew Gulak. And Triple H responded that when you're going to cite news sources, that you make sure they're good ones, which made a internet go crazy, the social media world blow up, because they felt this was an attack from Triple H on PW Insider and Fightful for not being good sources. To quote, even though they got this report wrong, he wanted to say that the WWE, like the NFL, releases people that you sometimes things don't work out and you release people and to get new people and to keep the company going, much like the NFL. People get released, and unfortunately, people do get released. But in this circumstance, Drew Gulak's contract was not released. It's just WWE's letting his contract run up. They are not going to continue using his services. They're not going to renew his contract. He is still with the company technically until the end of the next month or this month. At some point, I don't think we're going to see on TV. This then upset the social media world and triggered Fightful to come out and say this is wrong. Eventually, resources came out to say that Triple H had apologized to Fightful, that he did not mean for this to be implied that they weren't good news sources, weren't good resources to find your information. But Fightful and PW Insider had gotten this story wrong for whatever reason. It's neither here nor there. I'm not a big fan of Sean Ross Sapp. I have enjoyed him, but recently he seems to be a man very agitated and ready to attack everybody. I don't know. Every time I see him on social media, it seems like he's just attacking anybody who doesn't agree with him or has a difference of opinion. And again, I don't get into the in-depths of that. I don't know where that may be coming from. It may be issues where he feels he's being attacked and feels that he needs to defend himself, back and forth. But this has definitely spiraled out of control in ways. It then was reported out of PW Insider or Fightful or both sources that Drew Gulak, sources from within NXT stars have reported Drew Gulak as being a bully, that he would go after people's injuries in ring and worsen them or attack them. And so it seems like there were several things that are leading to Drew Gulak going. And of course, people wanting Triple H to answer this question about Drew Gulak's status and the Ronda Rousey issue. And at this point, it's a shame, but we're not going to get those answers. This is a corporation. I think people need to step back and realize this is a corporation. And they're not necessarily going to feed you the answer you want to hear that, oh, yes, he was fired for this behavior. We found out about blah, blah, blah. No. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the corporate end that, they're just going to try their best not to make any statements regarding that situation, because any statements can be articulated, taken out of context, can be detrimental. And again, Drew Gulak's done. They're not going to renew his contract. He's going to be gone from the company. Life moves on. We need to look at who's there and not who's not there at this point. Triple H making a statement. Maybe it was out of line. Maybe it was taken out of context. Again, it was in a moment. A statement was made, and the internet wrestling community ran wild with it in so many different directions. There's sides to all of it. It isn't this tribalism that exists, that people are picking sides and aligning with sides, going, no, this is right, this is right. It's just like, we need to let a lot of this little stuff go. If Fightful feels upset with Triple H and they had a conversation with Triple H and they resolved that issue or fix that communication line or whatever it may have been, and they're happy, then let's let sleeping dogs lie, and I'll move forward. Drew Gulak should no longer be with the company. I'm sure we're not going to see him on TV or anything. He may be sitting at home until his contract's up. Where Drew Gulak will go in the future, who knows? Who? You know, it'll be interesting. He will definitely be under a no compete clause if his contract runs up. Is this somebody Tony Khan would pick up? I don't know if he wants to carry that baggage. It'd be very, very interesting how that plays out going forward. But that's the story there. Triple H, Drew Gulak, Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, PW Insider. Stuff blew up quickly, and just seems to be more out of control than ever needs to be. But we'll keep an eye out and see if there's anything else going into that. It was announced today that it looks like Jerry the King Lawler is no longer with WWE. It looks like at the beginning of the year, his contract or agreement with WWE had expired, and he had already parted ways with WWE's, but it's just becoming news source now that he is no longer a part of WWE after his long tenured history with WWE. It's a dang shame to see Jerry the King Lawler go. A lot of people think Jerry the King Lawler is going to show up on AEW, wanting him to team up with good old JR for one last go around. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that. I think Jerry Lawler has had a lot of health issues, and going forward, I think he's taking his time. He's taking a step back from the world of professional wrestling. We may see Lawler in AEW if it comes down to money, but there's a lot of issues there that we're not going to necessarily get into. I don't know if we'll see Jerry Lawler in AEW any way, shape, or form, but that is a wait and see at this moment. From there, we have to talk about Gable Stevens. He was released by WWE. A lot of people are disappointed, thinking WWE dropped the ball in trying to make this man a star. The other aspect to that is that his one big match with Baron Corbin was not one of the best matches, and it just does not seem this man was progressing in the right direction to be the asset that WWE wanted him to be. I think they definitely wanted to try to recapture the magic in the bottle of Kurt Angle with Gable Stevens, but it just never came to fruition. And unfortunately, it is what it is. What is Gable Stevens' future? We're going to have to wait and see. Where we see him show up somewhere else? Could he be in AEW in some time? Will he be heading to the trials and trying to get into the Olympics in Paris? It'll be definitely interesting to see if he's able to pull that off or what is going to happen. But we wish the best to Gable Stevens. It just doesn't look like he was going to work out in WWE. They had big plans, and unfortunately, those plans just never came around to playing out the way it should have. Ric Flair making news, talking about having a heart attack in the ring during his last match. That he didn't know it because he didn't feel any hurt or any pain. That it was after he went and got some medical exams. They're like, yeah, you had a heart attack. I don't know what to really say here. I think it's kind of crazy to think that Ric Flair's out here talking about how he had a heart attack in the ring and still seeming to want to get out here and fight some more. It's completely insane. I hope that Flair is happy with life, gets to take a break, step back, and stay healthy, stay safe. We don't need to see him in any position that could risk his life. So we will have to see what is going on with that as we move forward. And we will go from there. Other than that, Monday Night Raw is tonight. It seems like there's several big matches on WWE tonight. 4 matches for the men's King of the Ring tournament. 4 women's matches for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Coming up in Saudi Arabia on the 25th. We are now less than 20 days, 19 days before that will take place. So it's a little over 2 weeks before we get into our next big pay-per-view coming out of Saudi Arabia. It'll definitely be interesting. Me and Mr. Clark will be here tonight to go over everything that goes down on Raw. We will have the fallout of Raw, what these matches do, what we're seeing going forward, what is the new standard. The draft officially takes place. The draft is done, so all the new rosters are set. we're moving into the next era of professional wrestling with WWE. What is this going to mean? What big changes are we going to see? How interesting are we going to get things going forward? This is definitely going to be something to watch out for and see what is going to happen. A lot of rumors and speculation that the Wyatt 6 or the Wyatt 5, the new group that's coming out, has been released. We know Eric Rowan, Bo Dallas, or Taylor Rotunda, I don't know, or Uncle Howdy will be in it. Joe Gacy, a possible partner in that. Dexter Lewis, also another name being thrown into that, and Nikki Cross. Nothing with Alexa Bliss at this point. Doesn't mean there can't be something in the future with her, but it's definitely going to be an interesting wait and see. But we can't wait to see this group come to fruition, come to life on the screen. It is definitely going to be a little while before we're going to get to see how all this plays out. Will it play out sooner than later? We don't know, but we will definitely keep you informed on all of that. It's going to be very interesting. Rumors about CM Punk being at Raw tonight. CM Punk supposedly got himself locked into WWE headquarters in Hartford after doing the pre-show for Backlash in France. He went and changed out of his suit to his clothes and got locked in. Has been posting on social media, on Instagram, videos of him wandering around the building, finding different places, doing different things in the gym. It's definitely a great storyline, but I'm sure we'll see CM Punk get free from the WWE headquarters and show up tonight on Monday Night Raw. Drew McIntyre has a match tonight against who does he have this match against? My mind is totally blanked. It's Finn Balor. There you go. He's going to be taking on Finn Balor, so this could be interesting. What is going to happen with Drew McIntyre on Raw, taking on Finn Balor with CM Punk in the building? A lot of things could fall out. Could be interesting. We got Sheamus versus Gunther, Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio, and of course Ricochet versus Ilya Dragunov. All the Raw matches. Can't wait to hear what we're going to see on SmackDown. Of course, we also have some of the best women's matches. It's going to be a hot night on Raw tonight. So make sure you tune in later tonight right here on the Value Wrestling for your Raw post show for tonight. Me and Mr. Cart will be here live. Make sure you ring the bell for notifications if you haven't already, so that whenever we go live or new content comes out, you will be ready for that to happen. Lots and lots to talk about there. It's going to be exciting. We're going to see the fallout of Backlash. So definitely a lot to talk about. So make sure you're here for that. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. This is the Big Tyme Rants, episode 94. I'm inching closer and closer to 100. That's going to be an awesome episode. We're at 403 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the Value of Wrestling family. We are trying to work hard and move forward. We know WrestleMania is going to be in Las Vegas next year, WrestleMania 41. We hope to get there. We hope to go. We're hoping to come up with a plan to get there. We need your support and your help in making this channel grow, making this channel be a real contender in the IWC. We are here to be the best, and with your support, we can get there. So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Value Wrestling family. We thank everybody who's already joined the Value Wrestling family. It's been an awesome experience. We can't wait to see where this goes going forward. But I'm going to get out of here. Leave it as it be. I will see you on the next one.